Hi fam, welcome back. Wow, so if this is the first time you're stopping by, my name is Alicia. For my returning fam, you already know, I miss you guys. I hope you're having a good day. This recording is being done on the 3/3 portal. It is also a lunar eclipse today, and it is a blood full moon in the astrology sign Virgo. Where's all my Virgos at? Drop it in the comments. Feeling good. Just wanted to hop back on and channel another reading for you guys on this powerful day. I did record one yesterday, which I believe is airing right now, so I hope you guys enjoy it. But just getting back on, I've been having this message come through for a while. I don't really know how long it's been, and I've been trying to think how I wanted to articulate it. And finally it came to me, like it just hopped in my head. So it's usually how it works. So there's a big message coming through of a divine masculine. And again, guys, masculine, feminine energy, we're not trying to represent gender here. It is representing energy because we all have those energy dynamics within all of us, okay? So, but this particular divine masculine has kind of just been able to always get what they want from feminines. You know, feminines kind of just throw themselves. I'm doing a reading, but if you want to come in here. No? My daughter just texted. Tay? Anyways, women just kind of like throw themselves at this particular divine masculine. Like it's just been like that for a really, really long time. Or a masculine just never really had to chase after a feminine, or not even chase, just like pursue a feminine. Like they would just always give their energy very easily. And so they just kind of got used to it, you know. I'm sure it definitely pumped up the ego. So this masculine really puts himself in the energy of just expecting the feminine to come to him. And instantly, the message is this masculine is putting himself in feminine energy. Now, remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy, okay? We have it within us. Some people operate out of one more than the other. And I'm not saying that this masculine at this time is in that energy, but up through this whole experience on his journey, he's probably been more in his feminine energy. And I'll tell you why. Scientifically, the man is not supposed to have a feminine chase after him, okay? He's supposed to pursue. Men are the hunters. They're the providers. They are the protectors. The feminines are open and receptive, okay? Think about it scientifically. The sperm. Does the egg go to the sperm? The egg flows in a certain direction to implant itself where it knows the sperm will see it and find it. What is it? It's open and receptive. So yes, the egg has to do some work to get them to that place, but they don't chase after the sperm. The sperm swims to the egg. And then what happens? We have a baby. We have union. We have connection. We have a human being. So what happens is when the masculine is not in their energy, they're in feminine energy because they're expecting the woman to chase, to feed all their insecurities and their ego, right? They're in their feminine energy. And now The actual feminine is in our masculine energy. Not aligned. Not aligned. So there's been a lot of that push and pull dynamic. Really, the universe has been testing this masculine heavily to step into their role of masculine energy, to pursue the feminine, to take action, to speak from their throat chakra about what's in their heart. And now that dynamic is changing, okay? But that's what's been coming through pretty heavily. So let's just see what's in the cards. This is an astrology, this is a tarot reading for any astrology sign. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you like my vibe, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would be truly grateful. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Planting those seeds, waiting, watching for them to grow. Six of Cups, a past life connection. This is Scorpio energy, one coming back from the past. Here you are, collective. The Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and this Nine of Pentacles. Taurus, Six of Cups is Scorpio, Nine of Pentacles is Virgo, on this blood Virgo full moon. You've planted the seeds. You've done a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. And yes, it's been long. You've been in a waiting energy. Just waiting to see if that's going to grow. Look at this light this little kid is carrying. That's you, collective. Finding that inner light, which has made you boss up. Okay? Single. Ready to mingle. Don't mind my pajamas. I'm in my pajamas. I am. I was feeling encouraged to get on. I knew that that was the plan. Without a doubt, it wasn't going to sway. And then right after work, I went and did my exercise. You know, I'm out in nature, taking my walk. Got back and I just well, as I'm on my walk, I'm tired. I'm feeling more tired and more tired. But it was a great walk, you know? And then as I was driving home, I was really, really tired. And I'm like, how the heck am I gonna do this video? You know what I mean? And so I did what I typically do to ground, and that brought me back to life. And now my body feels better and I feel good. So thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Five of Wands, there's just this energy out there, collective, okay? I'm sick of talking about it. They're still trying. They're still trying. These outside interferences, they're trying. They're trying to bring you down. Just a whole bunch of bullies. If they would take that energy that they do expending on others, trying to manipulate a situation, they would be at such a high frequency where they'd be calling in all their manifestations. But let's not give them all the secrets. Instead, they set bad intentions, they do spell work, and they just keep lowering themselves and lowering themselves and lowering themselves. Here comes the sun. By the way, a person that I went on just a handful of dates with in 2024, this person wanted to date me, wanted to be in a relationship with me, and I didn't, because they got triggered just being around my energy, which is a common occurrence, so it wasn't the first time, and then started acting like a crazy nut, and did it in front of like their best friend and their friend group. And so I'm not crazy, and I know my worth, and I wasn't gonna have anything to do with it. So I blocked this person. I never saw him again. And then they just didn't respect that, kept coming back. Blocked him again. And then this person reaches out to my daughter, asking if they can be friends. Are you kidding me? First of all, that's like the lowest of lows. So I really hope that you're watching this video, because like, honestly, work on yourself, dude. Work on yourself and stop trying to come over here, because all you're doing is hurting yourself. And I don't have to do anything. I don't. You've done it yourself. You just, you know, stop. Work on yourself. My daughter is highly intuitive, like big time. She got some gifts, like her mama, okay? If my twin only knew all the stuff that I've been through during our separation, if he only knew, he'd probably fuck you up. All the bullshit. A lot of us divine feminines that have been awoken, that have known about this journey, we've endured a lot. There is exhaustion. There is, I'm just getting a download right now. When you come into physical union collective with your twin, okay? Just to get through this point, through this separation of much awakening, enlightenment, shadow work, all the stuff that's being thrown and directed at you guys, you're exhausted. So you're going to be taking like a little vacation together. One where you probably will just be resting the whole time together, but you'll be together. But that's how exhausted you guys are. So it's like the feminines will probably be saying the same thing I am, which is like, does my twin even know like half the stuff I go through? Does he know? Does he feel me? Does he know what's going on? Does she know what's going on in my existence? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. And you guys are just gonna like kind of sleep. Maybe, yeah, sleep, rest, be together, be together, be together, rest. Anyways, that just came through. Tell me more. There's somebody that's been holding back, just a workaholic, just works a lot, just like, yeah. See, I was like, well, tell me about this. Tell me about this. A lot of Taurus energy. So this King of Pentacles, right? This is definitely a king you would want, right? They're stable. This is Taurus energy. I don't know if I said that. Very grounded, very connected to the earth, nature, just a very warm, cozy home. But this person is a workaholic, works a lot. And that's why there's been this holding back energy. I've had to learn some lessons over that. Universe will teach you. It is the ultimate master teacher. It is the universe. It speaks energy and nothing but. And that's what you're made out of. So, yeah, you know, this King of Pentacles has been at a crossroads. Because he's like, the universe had to work with his ego. I feel like a little arrogant. Oh my God, can't even. I've met a few in my life that have that tinge of arrogant nature. But the universe had to break this person of that. They had to break this person, and he was at a crossroads, just really indecisive, not making a decision, holding back. When I saw that card, the sun, by the way, and that is a baby energy. I've been getting that a lot lately. But like, you're this person, collective, like you're their complete happiness. Like you're their reason to wake up every day and to see light. Okay, you were their reason to see light in their day because their days were full of darkness and you were their light. That's what I'm getting right now. And I'm sorry, but whenever I see the sun card, I always channel that Beatles song. And that's what made me think of that whole situation, because this person reached out to my daughter, I think yesterday or whatever, trying to request her. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Go get some help. Sounds like you need it. Yeah, you know, this King of Pentacles who's held back, who's tried to avoid this intense connection that they were feeling with work. And then they realize that the days got harder at work to stay focused because they're thinking about you, collective. And it's just been getting progressively worse. But now all they can see is a Hierophant, Taurus. There is a lot. This person definitely has Taurus in their big fours, 100%. They see nothing but you, collective. A commitment, a higher commitment. Could be marriage. This person can be very spiritual, possibly religious. You know, take what resonates there. Do you want anything else before I get in? Yeah, this masculine has had, you know, a lot of regret over their actions, I hear, in the past. Yeah, and they're going to come forward and give you clarity with Ace of Swords. The Divine's going to give you clarity. I'm sure you've already received plenty of clarity, collective. Yeah, I just feel like this masculine, just like women just would just like literally like just be naked in front of him. Like just give him whatever he wanted, you know, because obviously they had alternative motives or they wanted something from him. And so that became the dynamic because he didn't want to fall in love. So he's like, okay, this works for me. This works for me. And collective, you were like, no, no, no. I know my worth. I'm not that. If you want to get to know me, if you got to show me in your actions, not just your words. He's been going through some lessons. You're the jackpot, collective. I just saw that on the bottom of the deck when I cut this particular deck. This is a Neon Love Oracle. Let's just get out a few oracles. I am watching that series show with John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. It's called Love Story. Another show airs tonight, so I'm all over the place. Me and Taylor have started a million movies. We haven't even finished them, and then we go back the next day and we watch something else, so we're all over the place. Communication, phone call, text message. Collective, if you don't believe me, the cards don't lie. Taylor? If you want it, you can come get whatever you want. I'm just recording a reading, so make sure you're dressed. They're like, that's all that matters, Alicia. My guides are so funny. Like, that's all that matters. Why are you getting that, like, because I'm shuffling and no cards are coming out. So I was kind of like, my guides are funny. Thank God. That's all you need. It's that card. Okay. Closed-minded, not thinking big enough, trying to be like everyone else. You know, that could have been this King of Pentacles. You know, they could have in the past been very closed-minded. Maybe kind of listening is what I'm getting. Not like follow. I don't feel like this person like follows the crowd, but I feel like they kind of are very easily influenced and kind of care about what other people think of them. Oh God, I don't know. I think at a time I was like that though, but I'm not like that anymore. I guess because I've done a lot of work on myself, but like I could give a fuck what anybody thinks of me. I don't care. Flashbacks and memories. Oh yeah. This masculine has a lot of memories with you, collective. A lot of things flashing in his mind. The nights are really, really long, and they're like a night owl, so it's like the nights are very, very long. And like you're just on constant replay, you know? Something stings or is very hurtful to this masculine in regards to comments. Getting ahead, knocking out the competition. I'm telling you. Your exes, collective, they better watch the fuck out, because if they coming in here trying to come after you, this masculine that's gonna send you a communication, phone call, text message, he's gonna do this to any competition because they're like, she's mine. He's mine. They want to take a bet on you, collective. They're going to take a chance. This person can like to gamble or really into Vegas. My friend's in Vegas right now. Haters want you to fail. See? Collective. The haters want you to fail. Don't allow them to be right. Don't allow them. Let's get some channel messages. Really think about what you want to know. Okay. This is basically 5D communication with your person, your counterpart, your soulmate, your twin, whoever you're watching this reading for. I'm working on being a better version of myself. You mean the world to me. I think this person's like really into Christmas. That's coming to me right now, which is just, they're giving me, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you. So maybe you met them around Christmas or Christmas holidays, or you're really into Christmas, or I have somebody that's on the other side that I know who's really into Christmas, and I just love this person to death. So that person can be giving me that song right now, but I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I abandoned our connection out of fear. Yeah, they stayed in this Four of Cups where they held back, where they stayed indecisive. This person's got to have Gemini in their big fours. I know, because my daughter has Gemini in her big fours and in a certain spot in her big fours. And I know all about it. I kind of thought about that this morning, how like each one of my kids has every astrology sign in their big fours as far as the elements. So a fire sign, a water sign, an air sign, and an earth sign. They're just in different placements. Geminis are indecisive as fuck. Love you guys, but you are. This person definitely has Gemini in their chart. I have a surprise for you. This has been coming out a lot, collective. Aww, that's so sweet. I don't know how you feel. Yeah, they don't know how you feel, but they're gonna take this risk. It has, like, really, honestly, the abandonment wound here within this person that was triggered by your connection, collective. They avoided because they were fearful of losing you before it even started. So that's like the most self-sabotaging thing to do. And they're like, I don't know how you feel. But they're gonna take a risk. They are, because the first card that we have for your oracle was communication, phone call, text message. And like I said, I felt like that I was sitting on this message to give to you about this, you know, a lot of not divine masculines, but like a lot of masculines out there who I really feel are like boys, they're not men, you know what I mean? Want these women, like they play these games with them, you know? And that's because they have insecurities and they want these women to like chase after them. And it's like, be the man. Be the man. How are we supposed to feel safe and open up to you and give you our heart if like we're having to like be the masculine? We'll have to like kind of like tiptoe in this situation. No, like the man is confident and he goes after what he wants and he pursues the feminine and he makes her feel loved and supported and safe. Not a man who expects a woman to chase. You're in your feminine energy, which puts her or whatever you get. So a lot of, oh, this just came to me. Thank you, Spirit. A lot of these masculines are calling in really feminine masculine energy, like meaning like feminines that operate out of their masculine energy because they're in their feminine energy. So they're calling that in. So then they get these really strong personalities that just like don't match theirs at all. And we're very overbearing and like narcissistic and like verbally abusive and like controlling. And also insecure themselves, because you always call in the same energy that you are within yourself. So if you keep calling in stuff that doesn't work out or that's not aligned, it just means that there's some more inner work that you need to do within yourself to balance out your chakras, to balance out your feminine and masculine energy so you can call on the right person. That's all that means. But this masculine has definitely been calling in more like very strong females. I don't want anyone else but you. I miss our friendship. Oh. Oh. I miss our friendship too. Best friends. We are destined to be together. My intentions are good and pure. Okay, let's get a bitch affirmation for this wonderful energy. And I'm gonna leave this message with you guys. This will actually air tomorrow, which will be March 4th. So, I need to go cook. Last night I made that wonderful, I took a lemon pepper rotisserie chicken and I got all organic produce. So romaine lettuce, I got some celery, granny apples, some red grapes, red seedless grapes, gorgonzola cheese, and I made homemade. I took a fresh loaf of bread and I made my own garlic bread instead of buying like in the frozen section, like stuff that you just pop in the oven. Like I like to make my own, like fresh. The only thing is, me and my daughter eat that like crazy, yo. Like at least 4 slices. It's just bad. It's a lot of carbs, but listen, bitch, my fucking validation comes from within. Yeah, collective. During this time of waiting with the 7 of Pentacles, I'm planting those seeds. You give yourself your own validation. You giving me my shoes back? Thank you, sweetie. I'm just now finishing too. You came in just in time. Scraping it. But yeah, listen, bitch, my fucking validation comes within. Come on, guys. You don't need validation from anybody. Who cares what anybody else thinks? How do you feel about yourself? That's what's most important. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Enjoy this 3-3 portal. Take in all this energy and give this love and validation to yourself. Until we meet again. Good night.